the Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Virgo, welcome to your April 2019 reading with me. And for those of you who are not new, you know that I like to talk a little bit about astrology in the beginning of all my readings. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on, Virgo, for April, okay, as far as the stars and houses and stuff. And then we'll get right into your reading. If you're new, welcome. So Virgo, April is all about Aries and Taurus energy. Okay, we have those two zodiac signs being, that are born in April or whatever. And these videos are a little bit late this month, so we are going to have to look a bit into the past in order to see what was going on the first couple weeks of Aries season. And then we have Taurus season to look forward to. So, Aries season, that was your 8th house, Virgo. Aries is 8 houses away from you because Pisces is your 7th house. So, Aries would be your 8th house, right? So Aries season represents something very intimate for you, Virgo. It's all about transformation and death, rebirth, shared resources. So people around you and the resources they have, okay, the resources that are shared with you, that's the 8th house. So Aries season represents a rebirth for you, which is very, very beautiful. And I'll tell you why. Because Aries already in itself represents a tremendous rebirth. Because Aries season represents the spring equinox, which is rebirth. Aries is the first zodiac sign, and literally the cusp of Pisces Aries is the cusp of rebirth. So you guys are true divine angels, and the zodiac wheel really does explain a lot of these things for us. I mean, I'm amazed every day when I just see what house this is for this sign and why this sign works this way, why this sign lives this way. So as far as Aries season, the first 2 weeks of April, this was a transformation for you. Every year around this time, it isn't a coincidence or a mistake why all Virgos I know go extremely inward. The 8th house is a very dark and hidden house. It's not dark in a bad way, but it is very, very intimate. It's like that cocoon that a caterpillar would go into. And you want to remember that Aries is all about the I am. And I talked a little bit about this in my Aries new moon video that just came out. If you want to check that out, it's in my videos. But Aries for Virgo is all about your hidden self, your secret self, the most intimate parts of who you are, Virgo, inside, deep in there, who you are when you're wrapped up in a cocoon, turning into a butterfly. Like, this is why, it could be possible that Virgo doesn't really know truly who they are, or better yet, other people don't really ever know who you are, because who you are is always transforming, Virgo, because you have the house of the I am as the house of the transformation, the intimacy. This is the death. This is the death of who you are. Every year around this time, you go through a death of the I am. Okay, so there's definitely something there going on with that. We did have that new moon on April 6th, so that was a time to set new intentions for your secret soul self. This was a time to really kill certain parts of yourself, letting that old sense of self kind of shed. That was a good time to set new intentions for, rebirth and transformation, certain endings. We don't want to forget that the 8th house is also the house of sex, but I like to call it intimacy. So we do have a very intense Aries season that is coming to a close, and we're bringing in Taurus season. So we're moving from your 8th house of Aries to your 9th house of Taurus, which seems a bit more positive for you, Virgo, because Taurus is an earth sign, and it's been a few months since we've had earth, and I think some of the earth signs are really deprived, especially you, Virgo, and Taurus as well, and Capricorn. The last time we had an earth season, the last time you felt grounded truly was probably back in December and January, which is 2018. Beginning of 2019. So it could very well feel like a year. It could feel like it's been years since you've firmly been able to plant your feet on the ground and walk logically and know where you're going. That's what the earth energy is. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn represents the reality of this realm. earth energy, real, practical, logical stuff, tangible stuff. And so Taurus represents that for you, Virgo. Taurus is going to come in as your sister sign at the end of April and remind you of the ground beneath your feet, which I think is going to be very beneficial to you guys. Okay, it's going to allow you guys to study the ground, because the ninth house of Taurus is all about studying your own resources for you, Virgo. Studying and learning about what it is that you possess, what it is that you own. Studying and learning more, expanding more about your values and your beliefs. Okay, this is about your beliefs. Taurus season is going to bring in beliefs for you. Studying energy, like maybe some of you guys go to school or teach, or you don't have to go to school for the ninth house. The ninth house can be accessed anytime, anywhere, as long as you're learning and expanding. That's the ninth house. Especially if you believe in these energies, that'll just access it even more. So in a nutshell, April is about certain secrets being expanded on. Studying certain secrets that you learned at the beginning of April, studying that at the end of April, expanding on that, traveling. We don't want to forget that the ninth house is long distance travel. So some of you guys could be heading into May with travel plans, traveling long distances overseas in a plane. It could even be metaphorical travel, because we can travel in our dreams, we can travel in our mind. So, it's going to be different for all of you. But we've got some 8th house and 9th house energy, some hidden travels, secret travels, traveling for intimacy, things like that, okay? Very intimate energy transforming into this very studious belief type energy with Taurus, which is your sister sign, an earth fixed energy. It'll stabilize you, Virgo. So just hang on. Let's get to the end of April. I know it's been a crazy time. There's a lot going on. I mean, at least Mercury isn't retrograde anymore, right? You had Mercury retrograde in your 7th house of Pisces, which is absolutely the worst place for Mercury to retrograde for you and for anybody, because Mercury, your ruling planet, does not like to be in Pisces. That's its fall position. Just like Venus in Virgo, Venus does not like to be in Virgo. The same as Mercury does not like to be in Pisces. Mercury has now entered Aries. So Mercury has entered your 8th house. This is you transforming what you think, being very intimate when it comes to conversations. You guys may have some intimate conversations coming up during this Mercury and Aries transit. I don't even know how long Mercury is going to be in Aries. It's already at like 3 or 4 degrees Aries, so it's moving quick now that it's out of retrograde. It's moving real fast. It's pretty much trying to catch up with the sun. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, so when the sun moves into Taurus, Mercury is going to want to catch right up and move into Taurus. But this is your mind transforming. This is a mental death. Some of you guys could be communicating about death, or communicating with the dead. You could be communicating with the dead if some of you guys are mediums, or, don't be surprised if you get visited intimately from loved ones who have passed on. Weird stuff coming up here. Venus is still in Pisces for a little longer, but it will be entering in Aries around like the 20th of April. So that's going to be Venus in your 8th house, which is going to bring a lot of attraction sexually to you, Virgo. It's going to bring a lot of intimacy and beauty to you, to your 8th house. So this is love being transformed, attraction being transformed. You guys might be doing some things to transform the way you look at the end of April. So lots of stuff coming up here, and this isn't even all of it. I mean, there's a lot going on. Jupiter went retrograde. There's just, lots of stuff going on. There's the second full moon in Libra on April 19th. We already had a full moon in Libra last month, and we're having 2 full moons in Libra this year, one at the beginning of Libra, one at the end. And this full moon on the 19th is the second full moon that you're going to experience in your second house of value, worth, finances, what you own. So this is basically a second opportunity to complete a cycle of money, to complete a cycle of value and worth, okay? This is all about your possessions. There's a cycle of possessions here for you, Virgo, but I will have a video for that. If you guys want to look at that Libra full moon video, that'll be a different topic for a different video. But yeah, April is your 8th house and your 9th house, Virgo, and that can basically manifest in many different ways for you guys. But I see some intimate travels going on here. I see studying intimacy. I think you guys are transforming and expanding. That's basically what's going on, Virgo. So as far as the tarot cards, I do have a new deck that I'm using this month. It's an oracle deck. It's the Nature's Whisper deck. You can check that out in my description box if you want to see more about that. They're beautiful, beautiful cards. A lot of details, so I know you guys are going to appreciate that because Virgos are very analytical. So I'll make sure to look at as much detail as I can in these cards. And shout out to my friend Brooke. She's an Aries, and she's the one who gave me these cards a few weeks ago. And they just look so good with my spring theme. And yeah, happy Easter to those of you who are celebrating. To me, this is about the spring equinox. The Easter energy is truly the spring equinox if you do your research. So happy Easter, happy spring equinox, happy Ostara to those of you who practice Wicca. Basically, this is a portal of rebirth. You know, last month we had the portal of luck with St. Patrick's Day. And now we're having the portal of rebirth. So there is a portal right after the first full moon when we have that Easter Sunday, the rebirth. You guys got to do your research. It's very metaphorical. Easter is very metaphorical for the sun, literally the planet, the sun, being reborn and you know, coming back out, because the winter is so cold. The sun basically dies, which is that Jesus energy, right? And then the sun is reborn. It resurrects in the springtime. So that's what it really means. But you guys can celebrate however you want. And I just wanted you guys to know there is a portal of rebirth opening up. Basically, an energetic opportunity to enter into a whole new life in a whole new reborn sense of self. Okay, so lots to celebrate there. So let's go ahead and see what your message for April is. Virgo, make a wish. This card, I remember shuffling, and this card came out rather quickly. And it's very interesting. We have those little dandelion flowers there. You see that flower there that angel is blowing and making a wish? That's a dead dandelion. And you know, you guys are going through 8th house energy, so I don't know about you, but to this day, I love those flowers. If I see one, I still believe if you blow on one of those things that it still is it's intention being blown out into the universe with your essence of breath. So a lot of make-a-wish energy here. Very earth. I love this card for you, Virgo. I'll give you a chance to look at it here. There's an earthy woman there. Lots of flowers. This is totally you, Virgo. And, you know, this woman, she's got a forest in her mind. So this is about logical thinking, okay? This is about your thoughts growing. And you know why? Because Mercury's in your 8th house, transforming the way that you think. You know, you don't want to ever be too logical or grounded to pick up a dandelion and make a wish. Like, this is kind of a childlike energy coming through for you as well. So this is oh wow, I didn't notice that, Virgo, but this is card number 1. So wow, that's interesting. That's significant for a new beginning kind of energy. So this is the first card of this whole entire book. So really, really significant there. Some of you guys are wishing for a new beginning, okay? And it may have something to do with who you are. It may have something to do with Aries season, but I kid you not. This is the first, you guys are getting the first card of the whole deck. And interesting, the thing that it says is, as a child, you may have been encouraged to blow on a dandelion and make a wish. As you blew the seed blossoms from the stem, they would be carried on the wind so your wish could be fulfilled. This card is a gentle reminder to set clear intentions about what you wish for in your life. You are being asked what you would like. What would you like, Virgo? At this moment, anything is possible. If you were given one wish, what would you wish for? Trust that your wish will be granted at the most opportune time and in the manner that supports you to the fullest. So, wow, Virgo. Definitely, I have never seen this card, and I have never read about this card. So it's interesting that even in the book, it talked about being a child and blowing on those dandelions. Like, it's definitely a childlike energy. It's that spring reborn energy. You know, and not being too logical of a thinker to think outside the box. I mean, look, I didn't even see that, but there's a fairy up there in the corner there. Lots of fairies, okay? So, yeah, I believe in fairies, and I can't wait to start seeing those little dandelions. I haven't even seen any yellow dandelions yet, but they will be coming out. And, you know, please let that be a sign for you to make a wish. And I did hear that song by Ray J, like, if I had one wish, I would be home. I don't know the lyrics right now, but basically, if I had one wish, and that song's about love, but you know, so some of you could be wishing for love, you know, but you guys might want to listen to that Ray J. It's so old. It's definitely a childlike energy, nostalgic energy, thinking back to Ray J, and when he had that One Wish song. As a matter of fact, I was the one who said I loved you first. I don't know what the chorus is though. If I had one wish. So yeah, I really strongly suggest that you guys look up that song, because we have Make a Wish in the number 1. So if you had one wish, and it even brought that up, if you had one wish, Virgo, what would it be? Okay, so definitely some kind of wish here. Setting your intention with the Aries new moon in your 8th house. I mean, what a beautiful new moon to have. You can set secret anytime you have a new moon in your 8th house. The intentions you set are secret amongst you and the universe. Brilliant, beautiful. Let's get into the tarot, Virgo. I did shuffle before the recording, and we have an underlying energy here of the Ace of Swords. Okay, there's an underlying energy for April about victory, about mental clarity, a new beginning as far as your mind. And you know, this is about the mind, and look, we have Earth there on the top of that crown. And so this is about your crown chakra. For those of you who are into to chakras and stuff, there's something here about your crown chakra, your throat chakra, okay? But yeah, Earth on the head, Earth on the head. This is about a crown of Earth. Both of these cards have a crown of Earth, okay? So it's about your clarity, Virgo, the truth. There's something here about the truth in April. Speaking that, hearing that, demanding that. Let's see what's beneath the Ace of Swords. The Tower, interesting. Pisces received this as their message for the Libra full moon on March 20th. I remember March 20th, Pisces received the Ace of Swords in the Tower. Interesting, Virgo. Interesting. This is about something falling apart in April. You know, the Tower is something shocking that you don't see coming, right? It's unpredictable. It's a random shakeup of a relationship, of a job. Something has been built on a false foundation, and you know that. You know that's the truth. This is something false falling apart so something true can start. Let the false fall apart so the true can start. Okay? This is some kind of truth. You know, this is an amazing combination. I was really interested in it when it came up for Pisces, because, you know, you could be communicating about something that's falling apart. There could be something that you say, Virgo, that brings this tower crashing down. Something that's said to you, something that comes out as true that really sends this tower crashing down. And if I were you, I would embrace it. The Tower is not a bad card because it comes up for people who have false people, places, and things in their life they're not grounded. You know, why would you build a tower here in the first place? It's like on the top of a mountain. You know what I mean? You know, why would you start that relationship anyways? This is about letting the false fall, okay? So that you can you can have clarity. You know, this is the truth here. And this tower is going to bring in the truth. It's going to bring in a new mindset. You're going to still be victorious, okay? Let's see what's behind the tower. All right, it's the Three of Wands. Okay, so some of you guys are waiting for you've seen this tower coming for a while, because there's been a lot of conflicts with this person, place, or thing, this situation, okay? So, interesting, Virgo. Underlying energy, the Tower and the Ace of Swords. I like that. It's a new mental beginning after something false dissipates. So, let's go ahead and see what's going on for Virgo for April. What's going on for Virgo? What are the messages for Virgo? Now, we had some cards fly out, and we have the Knight of Swords here, if that's important. Gemini energy, Aquarius, Libra. We have the Justice card at the bottom so far. And let's see, yeah, this is happening for you too, Virgo. So for a lot of my readings this month, the first half of April is coming out all together. I'm telling you, it happened for Leo, it happened for Gemini, it happened for, I think, Aries and Cancer as well. I'm getting a 6-card spread. Your first 3 cards just made themselves known. The first half of April is already over, so, you know, the first 3 cards are coming out together because we're looking at the first half of April as it's grouped together. There's an underlying energy of the first half of April of justice, that Libra full moon. The Libra full moon coming in tonight, tomorrow. It's happening at 4 a.m. on April 19th. So tonight at 4 a.m. Okay, we have your first 3 cards, Virgo. There's something here. I really don't want to talk much yet because I don't have the full picture, but let's talk a little bit about this. The Three of Swords, separation. but also some kind of new offer. Just like you had something ending and something beginning with the Tower, an ending, the Ace of Swords, a beginning. You have an ending and a beginning here too. The ending, the separation of something, heartbreak, betrayal, loss. You dealt with this at the beginning of April. But there was also a new beginning here, a new beginning of clarity. Now, we do have the Ten of Swords beneath the Justice. So there could have been a painful ending with a Libra. This is a painful ending between a marriage. It could be, this is a divorce energy. When you have the Justice and the Ten of Swords, you know, justice was ruled in the favor of, I don't want to say someone else, but it does seem like that. This is karma, karmic pain. You know, I hate this. The Ten of Swords has been kind of haunting Virgo as far as my readings. I've been getting the Ten of Swords a lot for you guys. Again, a painful ending. The Libra full moon is going to bring in a cycle of painful, it's going to end a cycle of pain for you. Metaphorically, physically, emotionally, there's just some kind of painful ending that the Libra full moon is bringing an end to. The Ten of Swords is not a bad card. It's the ending to deception, the ending to a backstabbing energy. And I do know some Virgos who are actually going through pain, all down their spine and stuff like that. So this could be actual pain. The ending to a relationship with a Libra, maybe if you're dealing with a Libra, maybe this has to do with the court system, some kind of ending in the court system, or, you know, it has to do with some kind of lawyer or something. I'm not sure at all, but this is about balance. You know, this situation needs balance. It might have to do with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio woman, right? Because we have the Queen of Cups here. This could be you guys if you're a female. And then we have the Star. Okay, so this is an Aquarius energy. We have two queens here. Some of you guys have, you know, if this is you, then there's two queens. Some of you have two options, a water sign and a fire sign. Maybe a Leo, maybe a Scorpio, maybe a Pisces, maybe a Sagittarius, maybe a Cancer, maybe an Aries. Okay, this might be a very attractive woman that inspires you. Okay, now these women probably know about each other, but there was an argument here as well that ended things, because I do see the Five of Swords and the Worlds. So there was a karmic cycle that ended, and someone may have left. All right, there was conflict. There was an argument that ended something. It ended a cycle. Okay, it was an argument that was meant to happen, and it probably happened on the Libra full moon, either on March 20th or on April 19th. Okay, so yeah, Queen of Wands could have been arguing with a fire sign. It could involve an Aquarius with water and fire energy. I'm not so sure, but this is what seems most important. The justice that you're going to receive for all the pain, all the endings, all the betrayal, all the deception. So definitely, and we have a Libra woman here as well. But let's continue shuffling and get the last half of April. What else do we have for Virgo for April? Six of Cups. Six of Cups. A lot of people are getting the Six of Cups. What else do we have for Virgo? What else do we have? What are the messages for Virgo for it? What? Okay. All right. Let's stop here for a minute. Because I think this is important. Now we have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I'm going to talk about this again, but I just want to talk about it right now while the thoughts are fresh. There is a love coming in from the past at the end of April. All right, it could be it's a soulmate. It's a new love, and even if you don't know them, if you have never known this person, it's a new love offer. You guys knew each other in a past life. For some of you, this involves children as well. The Ace of Cups can be a new birth of a child, and then we have the Six of Cups, which is children. But off the cuff, I do feel like this is a new love at the end of April that is nostalgic. You're very familiar with this person. It's probably a water sign for many of you. You have two aces, first of all, Virgo. And let me lower this. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you guys couldn't see that. But yeah, two aces right in the middle. Something tangible that comes in the beginning of April. Something emotional that comes in and these aces are facing a different way. But anyway, the bottom of the deck here is the Moon card. So it could be a Pisces for some of you, or a Cancer. But this is the Pisces card. So we're going to get your last card here in a minute. But the second half of April looks very nostalgic. It looks like something to do with your past. Goodness gracious, Virgo. We have the Eight of Wands after the Moon card. So this is a hidden message. Okay, this is secret communication online with someone. If it's not a Pisces, this is a secret. This is communication that some of you may be afraid of. right? Because the moon is talking about fears. We have a Sagittarius here. We have an Aries. And look, we have Virgo now. This is you, Hermit. Virgo, you are stressed out financially and you are juggling. You could be juggling 2 people, 2 places, 2 things, working 2 jobs. There's some kind of decision that needs to be made here financially. And we do definitely have a Sag, because we have the Knight of Wands and the Temperance. Okay, this is Sagittarius, but some of you have a Pisces twin flame, which is interesting because Pisces is your opposite sign. So there's a Pisces and a Sagittarius here. Pisces and Sagittarius have been showing up together in people's readings in some way or form. I've been seeing Sag, I've been seeing Pisces, and you know, that might have something to do with Jupiter and Neptune squaring each other right now. Neptune being ruled by Pisces in Pisces, Jupiter being ruled by Sagittarius in Sagittarius. It is a square, but this looks like a twin flame. The Temperance card is Archangel Michael. It's the twin flame card. So if it's not a Pisces, even though that is a little Pisces coming in there, it's a romantic offer. It's a love offer coming in here. It might be from an Aries, Leo, Sag. I see Leo and Sagittarius and Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. It looks like there's a twin flame romantic offer here. Interesting. But Virgo, you know, this has to do with balance. Both of these cards have to do with balance and staying patient while you juggle these 2 things, these 2 people, these 2 places. It's like a decision that you need to make patiently, especially because the Hermit card is here, which is you. All right, some of you guys are just isolating yourself, but we have a passionate message here that either you're expressing or someone else is. I definitely see the fire signs, but again, secret travel, secret communication on the internet, or maybe you're just afraid. Maybe this is something that hasn't been revealed to you yet at this part in the reading. But let's go ahead and get this last card so we can see how you end April. How does Virgo? There we are. We have the Justice card that came out very strangely, but the Justice wants to be here. And Virgo, the bottom of your deck for your whole entire reading is the 7 of Swords. Not a very... It's just a concerning card. We'll talk about that towards the end, but there is an underlying energy of sneaky, cheating, lying, deception energy. It's somebody here with a hidden agenda or something like that. But with this much justice and clarity here in your cards, I feel that this is known. I feel that you already know about this in April, and there might be some conversations that need to take place. Definitely. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just go ahead and talk about the first half of April. These 3 cards came out together, so we wanna know that they all have something to do together. But we're gonna talk about the 3 of Swords on its own first. You entered April with a heart broken, right? Now, who else just got this card? It must have been Cancer, because it wasn't Leo, and I've only done Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. So I think Cancer also received the 3 of Swords I'm telling you right here. I'm pretty sure you might want to check out the Cancer video, especially because the Hermit card showed up for the Cancer reading. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Cancer energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, you definitely want to check out their reading, because you're in that reading, Virgo. So, and they also had the 6 of Cups. So yeah, some of you have a Cancer soulmate coming back from the past, and that's why you're coming back for the past for Cancer as well. Virgo, the beginning of April was quite heartbreaking for you. You kind of stepped into April feeling betrayed and deceived, like there was 3 swords stabbed into your heart. Now, on the bright side, sometimes this card does talk about speaking from the heart. You know, someone needs to have a heart-to-heart conversation here, because it's like a head-over-heart decision. But yeah, this is not a very positive energy. Some of you were very heartbroken coming into April. Maybe it's because you found out about a third party, because the 3 of Swords sometimes talks about, you know, cheating, separation. You guys might have started out April separated from someone, you know, separated from a partner, or feeling lost in some kind of way. Okay, 3 of Swords. So that lets me know that Virgo was very heartbroken at the beginning of April. And, you know, moving on from that, it's interesting, you know, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So could be dealing with another earth sign or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But we have this Ace of Pentacles. This is something at the beginning of April that tried to come in. I'm not sure if it did. But the Ace of Pentacles is always something you need coming in. It's like a lump sum of money. It could be a car, a house. Like, it's something real. This is your energy, Virgo. That you would be able to see this Ace of Pentacles opportunity. because you're an earth sign and you have awareness of logic and of tangible things. So, you know, what you guys did with this opportunity, I'm not sure, because this is just an opportunity. You know, not everybody is in alignment with these blessings, but this is a gift coming in. And it doesn't have to be in the beginning of April just because it's right here. Just know that there's some kind of opportunity being extended to you of value, okay? It's being given to you. So what I'm seeing in the cards is that even though you were separated and heartbroken, like you were still trying to offer something real to somebody, especially if you're dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius women, or just women who are very detached, someone who's very smart. There's a very smart and intellectual woman here. It could be you. Especially if you're a female, this could be you being very intellectual, being very, the Queen of Swords, she can be a bit of a bitch, you know what I mean? Especially when she's heartbroken. You know what I mean? Because this is the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Someone wants the truth here. Especially, remember that Ace of Swords at the beginning? This is someone is opening up for conversation. By the middle of April, someone's ready to have a conversation of truth. And they want the truth and nothing but the truth. Say what you mean and mean what you say. No bullshit. The Queen of Swords will quickly cut someone's head off. So I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with, Virgo, but there's a woman here. Could be a man too, could be a feminine man, but I'm feeling a woman, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius woman, or a woman who needs to have a conversation about this cheating, about this deception, about this stealing, you know, all these fake vibes, all this hidden agenda. It's like the Queen of Swords is not going to accept that. She's already cut her way through to clarity. She has her own clarity, and she doesn't care if you're clear. This is probably you guys. Like, the Queen of Swords is an energy that people take on when they're clear about something, and they're going to make themselves known. They're going to make their truth heard. They're going to speak their truth, and if you don't decide to speak the truth with the Queen of Swords, that's your own mistake. But, you know, I do see the Queen of Swords here, and she is literally looking at this Seven of Swords, and they're the same suit. So this idiot is trying to get away with something, even though he's carrying the very essence that the Queen of Swords has already mastered. Like, someone here has already mastered intelligence. They're very sharp mentally. Someone here might have Mercury in Libra, Mercury in Aquarius, Mercury in Gemini. Someone here thinks in a very logical, intellectual way. Like, what is the next best move? Communication is very important here. Okay, especially if you're dealing with any hidden, like, deception that was found out in April. Yeah, the Queen of Swords knows about this deception. Someone told the truth here about cheating or lying or stealing something here. You better, whoever this is for, it's better to tell the truth. You guys, someone wants to make someone here better have or better will make a decision to tell the truth. You know, it's interesting. I really don't want to show this yet, but I will. The Seven of Swords guy is carrying 5 swords in his hand. So someone here is the source of argument. All right, someone here likes to argue, right? Because he's carrying an argument in his hand. Something that needs to change. Somebody took that already. And he left behind these 2 swords in a very smug way. So he didn't take everything, but he took way more than half. You know what I mean? Like, there's a decision that's left in the ground. You know, someone here made a decision. And I just want to say, you guys are, more than half of you are dealing with, there's something here about more than half. Someone took more than, someone's not being fair. They're taking what they want, and you know, they're not just taking what they need. I don't know. But I do want to say it might be happening at the job. Because some of you guys, there's a job that's stolen right from you. I'll talk about that more at the end. For right now, I just feel like this Queen of Swords, she wants the truth about any lies. This is lies, deception. And I'm telling you, she's looking right. If you guys can't see that, I mean, she's just ready to talk about this. You know, she has open arms and an open mind as far as the truth. That's one thing I do like about the Queen of Swords is, like, if you tell her the truth, that's pretty much the only loophole. You know, if you lie to the Queen of Swords, she will have no mercy. You just have to tell her the truth. No matter what you decided to do, this is probably someone else, Virgo, but for some of you, like maybe a handful of you, you guys are on the end of this deception. You know, so you want to take what resonates. Either way, there's just an intellectual woman. There's a truthful woman. This is a Libra woman for some of you. It's an Aquarius woman for others of you. It's a Gemini woman for some of you. But it doesn't have to be an air sign because we all have air in our chart. So it's just about ending the first half of April on a truthful note. And you know why? Because there's a Libra full moon at the middle of April. Heading into this second half, we've already experienced the Libra full moon. Although Libra is important to you until the dead end of April because you have the Justice here, okay? So, yeah, Virgo, there's some truth here. There's a woman here who has something to say. You know, I don't know if there's an offer that someone's trying to offer a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, I don't know. Because this Ace of Pentacles is coming to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius woman. But she seems to be focused on lies. She wants to communicate about lies and stuff before she starts this new beginning. Before she firmly plants something into the ground again, before she starts this very new and real beginning, there needs to be clarity about this decision someone made to cause conflict. It probably had to do with stealing, cheating, deception, hidden agenda. This could be anything. I don't want to miscommunicate the meaning of the Seven of Swords, because it could be self-deception, especially because this Queen of Swords is looking right at this Seven, and they're the same suit. So be careful not to deceive yourself. Okay, be careful not to deceive yourself, Virgo, because you know you guys are very smart. You're very psychic in a logical way. But you know you are the opposite of Pisces, and Pisces is one of the most psychic signs. So you have that within you, that Pisces opposition. Just like Pisces is one of the most realistic signs, but we're not seen as that because that's more of your forte. So you know the truth. This is someone who has mental intuition. Like, they might not be all Houdini, they might not have dreams, but this woman here, she can smell a lie from a million miles away, kind of thing. This is someone who knew this. They know this. So let's get into the second half of the reading. So we'll see how this coincides with the cards on top, but we have the Six of Cups. So the second half of April is when you're going to enter Taurus season. That's that ninth house energy. This is a very nostalgic. So there's something from the past coming back at the end of April. It's feelings. You're going to feel a lot of the things that you used to feel for a certain person. Now, coming underneath the Three of Swords, this is like definitely someone you separated with at the beginning of the month, coming back to connect with you at the end of April. And it was a heartbreak. It was a separation. This is another cheating card, another third party card. But something real was offered, and it was, I don't know, it just seems like it's like, as long as you tell me the truth, you know what I mean? And for some of you, this has to do with a new job or something, especially if you work with other like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius people. But yeah, soulmate energy. Some of you guys, this heartbreak had to do with children, or maybe there was a separation that happened from childhood, because I do see someone here who's heartbroken in relation to having to walk away from children or something like that at the end of April. Someone here is heartbroken by a child, or and that's kind of strange to say, but take it how it resonates. It's a separation. Some of you are getting divorced, and the other person, like the court, this is two court women. It's a lawyer. There might be a lawyer here for you, Virgo, in April. And if it's not a lawyer, it's that judicial energy that Libra's bringing up, that judge and that jury. Yeah, because I was just gonna say, some of you guys, it might be a separation from your kids. Like, someone here is separated from their kids at the end of April. Okay, and it's like very heartbreaking for some of you, because someone walked away or something like that. But on a more positive note, this is a soulmate connection. It's childhood. Like, you might be revisiting your past. Very nostalgic energy, very familiar heartbreak. This is a very familiar heartbreak for some of you, meaning that April was not the first time that these three swords were stabbed into your heart. This has happened before in a past life. Like, some of you guys are dealing with past life lovers where you broke their heart or they broke your heart, and that is being acted out karmically. Okay, I can't make this up. I mean, this cheating, this heartbreak, it's nostalgic. It feels familiar, doesn't it? It didn't happen for the first time. Even when it happened for the first time, it wasn't the first time. That's why you already knew. That's why you have an inner knowing about this, Virgo, because some of you are dealing with a soulmate cycle, all right? And it's nostalgic. I do see someone coming back from your past. Oops, I'm sorry. Especially if you're not dealing with situation with children. You know, this is like revisiting your high school, revisiting your hometown. It's very nostalgic. It's like a walk down memory lane that someone's taken, and it has something to do with someone you separated from. Okay, because it's underneath the Three of Swords. So there's some kind of soulmate betrayal here, or someone separated from their soulmate, but they are coming back at the end of April, because we have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So there is new love from the past, quite clearly, Virgo. This is so clear. There's a love, there's emotion, there's a new emotional journey that is being given to someone from the past. Like, in the past, there was heartbreak, there was betrayal, there was cheating, there was lying, but there's this new, you know, it's interesting. It's the Libra full moon that is doing all this. Libra full moon is rewriting the love and balance in our relationships. And, you know, the second half of your month is very much about that. Very much about that. I do want to mention here the Ace of Cups could be a child. So there could be like a new birth of a child that someone's figuring out or finding out about. But to me, this is a new feeling. This is also new emotion being expressed, Virgo, after being the cold Queen of Swords for so long. You know what I mean? There could be a conversation that takes place with someone from your past, and talking to that person again, it really ignites emotion again, feelings again. Someone that you separated with, because I do see Three of Swords and the Justice. So some of you guys are like, you know, maybe on the rocks of a divorce, or just a breakup or something like that. Some kind of separation happens for sure in April. And I love that you have two aces. You have the Ace of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Cups. And when I hold them up like that, they're actually facing each other. When I lay them down, it looks like they're facing opposite, but they're facing each other. Now, for some of you, this is literally a water sign who's at a new beginning. And this is you as an earth sign who's at a new beginning. And that's beautiful, because this water sign has a full cup to offer you by the end of April, and you've got a big ass pinnacle to offer them. Okay, so you guys are both in your element if you're dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this looks like new money and new love. Like, it's the Ace of Cup Pinnacle. It's the two aces here. A lot of aces, and that's great. A new beginning, logically, something you need financially coming in, and something you need to feel like this is a gift from the past. All right, coming in here at the end. I love this. Soulmate for sure. Some of you are dealing with a soulmate for sure. Now, this could be from a Libra. In, you know, Libra energy and Virgo energy, it's the archangels and the angels. So I know a lot of Libra, Virgo energy that it deals with a lot of conflict. But I do see that some of you guys you're getting an offer from a Libra. You see how that Ace of Cups is coming right from that Justice. For those of you who are not dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Mercury, Venus, this is the Libra full moon's energy. This is Libra energy, the justice system, the court system. You know, this might be someone who receives a child through court, because that's what this looks like here. Some kind of lawyer that rules in favor of a child coming back. Okay, because that's what this looks like. Some of y'all is definitely in custody battles or something. And it does look like something, this ruling here. A lot of judicial energy here. These are two Libra cards. Some of you are dealing with a Libra female. Or, you know, the Queen of Swords is also a lawyer, someone who could help with the truth, someone who can help with this justice. I mean, such similar energies there. And I love that these two energies are here when you have an underlying energy of deception and being left out in the cold. So I feel that this Libra full moon cycle, the second full moon in your second house, it's going to bring in new love. It's going to bring in new feelings and emotions. It's going to bring in balance when it comes to love. But I tell you what, I do see a soulmate from the past coming back in, okay? The underlying energy is the Seven of Swords again. We're going to put that right here. And it's no mistake that it's coming up, touching the Three of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Some of you have found new love after someone went away and like cheated and stuff, right? Some of you were cheated on by a soulmate or something like that. There was someone here who cheated on a soulmate or with a soulmate, and but it's like there's an opportunity here for new feelings after someone cheats and lies or something. And now we have the Five of Pentacles, all right, being left out in the cold. Someone got left out in the cold here, Virgo. Now, for some of you, Virgo, this is you, and it's going to be flipped. So I don't, if you're cross-watching for a Virgo and you're like, I didn't cheat, listen, it just take it how it resonates, you know what I mean? So yeah, someone here was left out in the cold after someone went away. Like, this is someone who's literally has a hidden agenda. This is someone who stole money from you too, Virgo. Some of you guys are dealing with people who literally steal money, okay, because it's leaving someone here financially out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? It's leaving you unemployed, homeless even. I don't know if someone literally is stealing from you in your own home, but someone's left out in the cold here. And I feel like for some of you, this is happening at the job. Because why would two pentacle energies be underneath? Yeah, this is happening in the home and at a job. For others of you, it is happening in relationships. But for some of you, this deception is happening financially. Be very careful that whatever's trying to come in, this beautiful new opportunity at the beginning of April, some of you, that was stolen right from you. There was a lump sum of money that belonged to you that was literally stolen by the court. It was literally taken away from you. And you have literally the 5 and the 4 of Pentacles. So this is about hanging on, even though you're left out in the cold. This is someone who's really penny pinching, though, too. Someone here is unemployed and homeless by the end of April, and they're hanging on to any little pinnacle they can find, which is so puzzling because you get this huge pinnacle at the beginning of April. And how did this turn around like this? It's because of the court system. Did some of you guys lose a great deal of money? Because you're left out in the cold now. You go from the 5 of Pentacles to stepping down to even lower, the 4 of Pentacles. A miser energy, hanging on tightly to a person, place, or thing that leaves you out in the cold and just deceives you. Like, this is financial deception. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is your energy, Virgo. The Queen of Pentacles, who just wants stability. She just wants a stable home. She just wants a balanced work, home, and love life. You know, she's the Queen of Earth. She's a Mother Earth. So she cooks, she cleans, you know, this is a lot of things that you're focusing on of value, that second house energy. But there is a Queen of Pentacles here who's quite confused, has a lot of options. Maybe you have a lot of career options. Maybe you have a lot of love interests. And some of you guys may even be single, or just wanting to be independent financially. This is someone who's confused whether they're single or not. And like, we do have the Strength card. So Leo, a Leo from the past, a second opportunity with a Leo. You guys might receive a phone call from a Leo, especially if you have a Leo boss. This is a phone call from an Aries or a Leo, okay? There's a judgment call here, and it does look like it's going to be bringing that third ace for you. Now you have the Ace of Wands. The only one you're missing is the Ace of Swords, which, you know what? That showed up at the beginning of your reading. So Virgo, you have 3 aces in your reading. Well, you have 2 aces in your reading, an ace in the underlying energy, and then you had an ace to start out your whole. So this is about that new beginning, definitely, because look, you have the number 1, make a wish. Some of you guys are wishing for just a new beginning, just a whole new life. Like, just throw the whole Virgo out. Like, throw this whole Virgo out, and let's just, like, perfect a whole new me. And you know why? Because you're going through 8th house energy. So keep your eyes peeled for a new passionate spark. Some of you guys may receive a call from your boss or something like that, okay? But yeah, there might be a single Leo here, someone here. There's a lot of options here that you're making. You're basically making a choice with your eyes closed with this 8 of Cups. I'm sorry, 7 of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you need to make this decision logically based off of your own stability, because you're hanging on pretty tightly to the pentacles you have, penny pinching energy. Or you're hanging on to a lover or something. Your comfort zone, it's like your comfort zone, you need to be comfortable whether you're financially stable or not. It's kind of something the universe is doing. Like, is Virgo gonna make this judgment call, gonna make this decision based off of money and stability like an earth sign, or are they gonna trust me? Because there's definitely some deception. There's definitely a hidden agenda here, and I don't like it because it's the 5 of Pentacles. Like, literally someone stealing money. Literally someone stealing at a job or something like that, and it winds up, someone loses a job here, loses a home. winds up being jobless and homeless because of this. So that's the underlying energy of April. That's what's going on beneath the scenes in April. As far as the cards that came out, you know, you obviously entered April feeling a bit heartbroken. And because of that heartbreak, maybe this Ace of Pentacles, I don't know. Because it seemed as if you were focused more on the truth. Focused more on what it is that you need to say and what it is that you need to communicate. Definitely some communication coming in from someone from the past. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius from your past that is a soulmate that you separated from, that is offering new love. Definitely a Libra energy. Someone here communicates a lot like a Libra. Okay, Virgo, so hopefully that resonated. I have one more thing here to do, which is this golden egg that I have. I have some dice in here. And on one of the dice, there's a zodiac signs. On the second dice, there's houses, and then there's planets. There's 3 dice in here. And I'm going to shake this up, and we're going to crack the egg open on this reading and see if there's any clarifying energies that come out. So let's see what's going on for Virgo, April. What's going on for Virgo in April? Okay, so we have 2 cards that got clarified, and then I feel like the 7 of Swords is what's being clarified by this dice. So as far as the zodiac sign that is showing up for you in April, Virgo, is Capricorn. We have Capricorn here, all right? And it's coming up on the 6 of Cups, so there could be a Capricorn that is coming back from the past. Some of you may have Capricorn children because it's coming up on the child card. All right, I do see Sag, Leo, and Libra as well, but it's landed on Capricorn. Capricorn energy, you know, I don't want to relate that to the devil because it's not the devil card. I just want to say look to your own chart for Capricorn energy to understand this, because there is a very Capricorn-like vibe. Some of you guys have a soulmate that's a Capricorn. Others of you guys have a child that's a Capricorn. Okay, that is landing right there on that 6 of Cups soulmate. Some of you guys have a childhood friend that's Capricorn. You know, it depends. Okay, and then the planet that you're receiving, Virgo, is Jupiter. I don't know if someone has Jupiter in Capricorn or something like that, but it's coming up right here on this Ace of Swords. So could it be a Sagittarius that's offering this new love? Maybe it's just new love that's expanding because of Jupiter retrograde. You know, Jupiter is retrograde in your 4th house right now until August. So we have Jupiter on the Ace of Cups. Some of you guys have a Sagittarius child. We have 2 cards that represent a child here. Capricorn, Sagittarius, cusp. Okay, but new love, and this is your emotions expanding because of a new beginning ending April. By the end of April, there's going to be emotions that you feel that are just expanding, okay? Probably because you're going through 9th house energy of Taurus. And Jupiter is one of those 9th house energies, okay? Jupiter energy. Learning about this love. What do you believe? Do you believe in this new love, Virgo? Do you believe in love after love? And that is another song coming up. Love after love. Yeah, and then this 3 of... there's the 3rd house. So you want to look to your own chart of what your 3rd house is, because this is about communication. It landed right here. And I feel like it landed right here because of the 7 of Swords. So you absolutely need to communicate about this deception. There's going to be some kind of conversation that needs to take place, and it better be truthful. For those of you who are watching, for Virgo, or those of you out there listening, very important that you're communicating in a very truthful way about any hidden agendas. I don't care if you know, just did a prank on someone and tied their shoes while they weren't listening. I don't care if it's if it's just a little tiniest hint of deception. That's still big enough for the Queen of Swords to want truth about. Okay, so there is justice here. Okay, there's harmony, there's balance, there's some kind of ruling in your favor. Some kind of karmic love. I don't know. Okay. You want to look to your 3rd house, Jupiter. Some of you guys have Jupiter in the 3rd house. Some of you guys have a Capricorn 3rd house, but we have the 3rd house coming up, Jupiter and Capricorn. All of those things are somehow important. Could be communicating with a Capricorn about this deception, about this cheating, lying. But either way, guys, it's coming up right here with the Queen of Swords communication. It's air energy. And you need to communicate about what you think and what your truth is about this situation, okay? So hopefully that resonated, Virgo. Thank you guys for listening. If you want me to take a look at your personal energy, I can do that, and I can record a reading for you. If it resonated, just look in my description box for that extra information, and we can get that set up. Other than that, Virgo, I hope you have a great April. The next time we talk will probably be on the Libra full moon video tomorrow. If I don't see you guys there, then I'll talk to you in May. Bye.